Hey guys, this is Joyce. Medusa was framed. I had made the attempt to go back to this interesting place, Bulow, where there are ruins from a plantation that was burned. They are about an hour south from me along the coast. I have clients nearby. I was there yesterday early enough to pop into the ruins first, take some pictures, take some videos. But unfortunately, to my despair, the state park is closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So I couldn't get into where the ruins are, but I was able to hike through, well, I should say walk. I didn't hike, I was walking flat. Walk through some of the uh, marked area there. And so I took a few photos and videos about that. Information about this plantation is included in a video I made some time ago that dealt with the unethicalness of the American government when it came to indigenous peoples here. This plantation area was called Bulow, named after Major Charles Wilhelm Bulow, who purchased over 4,000 acres in 1821. It was called Bulowville originally, with various types of labor. He was able to clear 2,200 acres. And John James Audubon, the famous bird illustrator, is noted to have come in 1831 for a couple of birds in his book, Birds in America. The major died at age 44, and his son, who had a very princely life, shipped off for education in Paris at age 5. Had to come back from France and take over the plantation as a teenager. The primary crops at the time were rice, cotton, and sugar. Then we had, here in Florida, a series of revolts by the indigenous people that we have come to call the Seminole. I won't get into that. What that name means? Well, that name means runaway um, in Spanish. Anyway, a lot of the story of Florida is based on the three Seminole Wars, as they're called, where after being cheated out of land and fishing rights and commodities and supplies and such, time after time after time, they just said, screw it, we're done with you. We're done with you giving our land to people you bring in from your countries who rape it and pillage it, manipulate it, and turn it into plantation land that has nothing to do with the way the water runs or crops that grow or any of those things. We've had it. We've had it. And during the Second Seminole War, um, these indigenous people basically ran through what was most of the established plantation area at the time, which was pretty much in what we now call Flagler County, the areas south of St. Augustine, and burned them all, burned all the plantations, burned them all. and I stand with the indigenous on that. The son who took over, John Joaquin Bulow, this was a young man who had no idea how to run a plantation, grown up in boarding schools in Paris. There's a lot more to the story. If you check back at my video where I deal in this, I go into the entire process in detail, but he was very discouraged by all of this and the paltry amount that he was offered in recompensation from the American government to rebuild. And the story goes that he died 3 months after the fire. So that would have been March or April of 1836. He died, we are told, of a broken heart. Discouragement, depression, no doubt, overwhelm. Anyway, I'll go back sometime, knowing that it's closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, to actually get some photos of the ruins themselves. I'm including a couple here that I snatched from the internet. But again, if you look back in my videos, you'll find where I went into great detail about this and the other stories related to this horrible time. Included in that was the Turnbull plantation in New Smyrna Beach, which brought the Minorcan population, the Mediterranean Minorcan population, into the area of St. Augustine. Anyway, so I just walked around and took some pictures. I was there about an hour and a half. I had some time before I went to my last client, and here it is, and enjoy, and thank you, and I'll see you soon.
If you rise, if you rise, if you rise, don't forget your past situation. If you stumble, if you stumble, if you stumble, try to lift your mind through meditation. If you rise, if you rise, if you rise, try to keep your good reputation. If you stumble, if you stumble, if you stumble, try to lift your mind through meditation. Keep your feet in the right direction. Feed your spirit all along. Don't mistreat what's inside and all around you. Let the sunshine guide your soul. If you rise, if you rise, if you rise, don't forget your past situation. If you stumble, if you stumble, if you stumble, try to lift your mind through meditation. If you rise, if you rise, if you rise, try to keep your good reputation. If you stumble, if you stumble, if you stumble, try to lift your mind through meditation. You got money in your hands, credit cards to spend in this world of consumption. The brand new car makes you think you're the star. Beware, the bendy road is not far. No need to run, no need to hide so far away. No need to run, no need to hide so far away. If you rise, if you rise, if you rise, don't forget your past situation. If you stumble, if you stumble, if you stumble, try to lift your mind through meditation. If you rise, if you rise, if you rise, try to keep your good reputation. If you stumble, if you stumble, if you stumble, try to lift your mind through meditation. Look around, feel good vibrations. Walk the streets, go back where you came from. Move your feet in the right direction. Free your spirit with all along. If you rise, if you rise, if you rise, don't forget your gotta keep your good reputation. If you stumble, if you stumble, if you stumble, try to lift your mind through meditation. If you rise, if you rise, if you rise. If you stumble, if you stumble, if you stumble. If you rise, if you rise, if you rise. If you stumble, if you stumble, if you stumble.